Yeah, so thank you for introduction. Yeah, thank you for participating in today's session. So we would like to discuss about Japanese fintech ecosystems and also financial ecosystem related to startup and also sustainability. Yeah, so I would like to introduce myself. So my name is Takafumi Ochiai from Atsumi Sakai, lawyer, and also Vice Chair of FinTech Association of Japan, and in charge of international affairs, and also advising to Fukuoka Prefecture about international financial cities. And I'd like to also introduce Mark-san. Mark-san is from AVPN. Yeah, please introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mark. I'm from AVPN. I'm heading Northeast Asia in AVPN. So that means that I cover Japan, South Korea, mainland China, and Hong Kong and Taiwan. So AVPN, I'm not sure if you've heard of it, is the largest social investment network around the world. We focus on Asia. We focus on opportunity for us to move more capital towards impact. So we work closely with the ecosystem around the world, focusing on Asia. And each market that we do have also a team to drive the ecosystem development and also connect a lot of possible like-minded leaders. And most importantly, we are action-based network. So we do care about the initiative action-based that we can somehow collaborate with our members and also the stakeholders in the ecosystem. I think we've been around for more than decades. We started 2011. We headquartered in Singapore. And we've been exploring the idea of social investment for more than decades. And what we meant by the social investment is including commercial investors and institutions across different asset class. At the same time, we do also have early stage investors and sometimes even family-based individuals. Those are high net worth individuals who are very keen to solve the social problems with their assets. So I think today it's very honored to be here with you and to really excited to discuss with you all how the potentials and the possibilities can be, especially from Fukuoka, from Japan, from Asia. I think there are a lot of interesting perspectives and narratives. It's a much needed one. So really looking forward to the session today. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So next, Yao-Wei-san from KryptoGo, Taiwan. Yeah, so he's a so important guy in also Taiwan FinTech Association. Yeah, please so introduce yourself.
Yeah, thanks for having me here. I'm Kordan. I'm the founder and CEO of KryptoGo. Let me introduce KryptoGo shortly. KryptoGo, like the name, we help the enterprise go crypto. Go crypto with compliance and security because most enterprises are afraid of cryptocurrency about user experience, compliance, and wallet security. So KryptoGo, we provide the full stack about the stablecoin financial infrastructure to help enterprise provide the virtual service. So that means virtual service provider VSP. So we help let become or make the Web3 transformation to become a VSP, provide a virtual service. And also, beside KryptoGo, I'm also the vice chairman of the Taiwan FinTech Association. And TFTA is also the member of Asia FinTech Alliance. So I've also work actively in the AFA. So that's what I do. So I think in a later discussion we will elaborate more on the fintech ecosystem about Asia, about Taiwan and Japan. Absolutely includes Fukuoka. So that's my short introduction. Thank you.
Yeah. So thank you for introduction. Yeah. So I'd like to discuss about so at first Japanese position on asset management nation plan and also fintech ecosystem. So at first I'd like to show slide about asset management nation. Yes, so this is a slide for asset management nation. So this is one of the Japanese strategy about developing Japanese financial sector. Ex-Prime Minister Kishida stated in New York at first about by Kishida. After that, Japanese government made asset management nation plan about making a bigger ecosystem about such asset management and also investment. And there are some important topic about asset management nations, such as NISA expansion. So this is very important success topic from 2023. So 2025, 26.47 million accounts was set. So this is a huge number of the participants of the for asset management and security sectors, and also not only gathering investors, individual investors. So Japanese government is promoting to reform asset management companies, and also set up asset owner principle. So these are important political topic, and also there are some pillars of asset management nation plans, such as asset management industry reform and ownership and growth capital supply. This is very related to startup ecosystems and stewardship, and also external communication is very important. International Financial City project is part of the external communications, and there are 4 cities in Japan: Fukuoka, Sapporo, Tokyo, Osaka. So these 4 cities actively promoting their ecosystem for into other countries. And so this is Fukuoka's plan about financial international city. So Fukuoka will become Asian gateway financial hub. So this is from the Fukuoka's resource. So type of the economic and environmental situation is very good to support so this making up ecosystem. There are very young people in Fukuoka, and also attracting many startup companies in Fukuoka compared to another local cities. And also there strong private-public partnership through FDC or other initiatives. And there are some tax reduction and also subsidies for startup companies, and so Ramentech is one example to in order to make good ecosystem with foreign startup companies, and also so there are good location for business in Fukuoka, and very Fukuoka providing many good resource for residents and education, and also type of the good human resource for financial sectors and also startup companies. Yeah, so these are very important point to expand business from Fukuoka to another region, not only Japanese other area, but also whole Asian region. Fukuoka is a very near to Asian country, especially East Asian countries such as Korea, China, Taiwan, and also very easy to reach out to Southeast Asian countries. So there is a good potential to become Asian gateway for Fukuoka. So Mark-san, how do you think about Fukuoka's role on making good ecosystem related to startup companies and also financial business for Asian companies?
Thank you. So let me comment on a few things. So firstly, I believe this is, when I learned this plan, I was very excited because this is very holistic. But at the same time, I also feel strongly worried about how the execution, the implementation can really be. The reason being, we are trying to do things differently. Asset management is not a new thing. And we want to be if we want to be a leader here, that means that we need to do things differently. And how differently can we be? Because when we look at the competing cities around let's just look at the Northeast Asia, we got obviously Tokyo, we got obviously domestically, right? And we got Seoul, we got Hong Kong, we got Singapore, we got Shanghai, we got Beijing, we got Shenzhen. And I believe everyone thinks the same. Everyone thinks that they should do holistically. But at the same time, the reality is the operation side of it, the action side of it, sometimes cannot support the holistic plan timely, or even short of a lot of resources. So that's the thing. I think how can we really ensure the strategy and the operation really meet? I think that would be first one really critical. And secondly, I also want to echo the approach of really try to be international and with the kind of a regional focus. I arrived yesterday and I realized that, actually you see a lot of foreigners on the streets. Of course, mostly tourists, but hopefully there will be more like investors and entrepreneurs coming to this city. So the kind of a cross-regional type of initiatives can be more, popular. And I think lastly is about the new technology. We're talking about fintech here. It's quite similar to a lot of discussion in our network around how do we transition. Because, I mean, this definitely would be something different from the conventional world. And how do we transition into the new world? And there could be some hints. And if we can bring up very good models and examples from here, there could be something. But that, again, should be really differentiated from other markets. But that differentiating point is also very difficult to identify, and it really count on all the potential initiatives going forward, and so that we can find some hints and the ideas within or among all those initiatives. So all in all, I believe definitely this is a good time. Everyone is trying to do things differently in a new way. In terms of asset management, I think everyone's trying to look at it more holistically in the sense that it's not only about making money more money. It's all about why do you manage your asset? What do you want asset to be more meaningful? And meaning also more sustainable in a much more meaningful way for the coming generations. And we know that in Japan there are a lot of social challenges, and how does it relate it to the asset management we are talking here? So I think those will be something that we could explore further.
Yeah, so thank you for comment. And yeah, so it's very important to point out so how to make good type of the sustainability environment by asset management and financial business. And so we are so facing discussion from President Trump about such his attack to type of sustainability. So some people cannot so consider enough about such sustainability perspective, and also in some cases so carbon. Yeah. So how do you think about so this year's situation about such sustainability?
Yes. So first of all, I do think we should. Well, there have been a lot of discussion around the ideas of social challenges in many ways, but I guess we should embrace all different perspectives and to really look with all these. Then what's the next for us? Especially, the SDG. We will conclude somehow to 2030, and what's after that? What is the world after Trump? What is the world after a lot of things? After the wars that are going on in different corners of the world. So that is given, and how can we move forward with that? And I guess that answer only, or that exploration only, is really meaningful. And also, secondly, it's fair to say a lot of social issues or social challenges, say climate and health, we do need to really carefully look into it about the actual outcome from our investment, not just financially and also societally, because that links to sustainability in a broader way. And that's really critical, because we want our business, we want our economy to be more sustainable. That's not a socialism. It's a basic, because you get long term, so you can earn more. Simple fact, simple logic. And of course, if you can do short term, short run, which is totally fine. But again, ideally, we should think about also how this impact, as I mentioned, what is the transition required for the society? Because again, at the end, it's all daily life. It's all people's life. So how do we deal with it going forward for the next generation? And we don't want a scenario. I think we all share one thing. We want the scenario no more that we do whatever we can to make big money and then ruin everything, and then we come to save the world again. I don't think that's the scenario we'll go after.
Yeah, thank you. So type of sustainability is so very big discussion points, and also in Japan, so we are very facing the so decreasing populations. Fukuoka is a younger city than other Japanese cities, but we need to think about the next generations definitely. Yeah, so this is so what is the most so difficult problem for Japanese society. Yeah, so in many perspectives. Yeah, of course, type of energy or carbon or so human rights or something. Yeah, so there are many discussion points. And so I'd like to ask Kordan-san about so how to contribute so fintech ecosystem to type of the so sustainability of the world, and so many people's so daily activity.
Yeah. It's a good topic. Regarding to the asset management in Fukuoka City, I think the crypto asset management is also the hot topic around this. So, but the big challenge across different countries is about the regulation of cryptocurrency, because all the Bitcoin across different countries are the same. and USDT, you can send a transaction to any countries in less than 1 second. So that's why we want to be good up together to build another alliance. Which means Asia FinTech Alliance. So TFTA is the founding member. The TFTA stands for Taiwan FinTech Association. TFTA is the founding member to create this alliance. So this alliance is for what we want to solve. We want to solve the fragmentation across Asia countries. So I want to share more about how regional collaboration on FinTech regulation and crypto compliance can help Japan and particularly Fukuoka about crypto asset management to become more connected and resilient financial hub. Let me talk more about the FA. I think FA is as a regional standard setting platform. We want to discuss a standard about anti-fraud, anti-scam, and anti-money laundering across different country and jurisdiction. And FA are formed because the financial innovation in Asia has outpaced regulatory coordination. Crypto asset, stablecoin, and cross-border digital payment move faster than national framework can adapt. Fraud, money laundering, and regulatory arbitrage don't stop a broader, so our response cannot either. That's why FA function as a discussion and alignment platform for regional standard. We regularly convene policymaker, regulator, and industry leaders from different jurisdictions to discuss how to align, like I say, anti-fraud, anti-money laundering, and virtual asset service provider regulation across Asia. We now have 10 members, including Japan, Taiwan, Singapore. We all have a strong local regimes, but they differ in terminology, reporting requirement, and supervision methods. FA's missions is to bridge all these gaps, not by enforcement, not by the enforcing uniformity, but by identifying the common baseline for the transparency, data security, and transaction traceability. So, for example, give some example in Taiwan, our financial supervision commission introduced one of Asia's first VASP license. And this approach turned the compliance from a code center into an infrastructure advantage, because once the standard was unified, banks, third-party payment company, and Web3 startups can finally interoperate safely. So I think this also aligns closely with our FA's vision, building trust through the consistent standard. I think Japan is also very well positioned about the stablecoin standard, about asset management policy in Fukuoka City. So Japan can participate in this regional harmonization in its institutional discipline and regulatory clarity can anchor shared framework for due diligence, KYT, know your transaction, know your address, and transaction monitoring. So if we look at the Japan's ambition to become a global financial hub, there's an opportunity beyond Tokyo. Fukuoka has the right characteristic to become a regional testing ground for regulatory innovation. Young demographics, proximity to other Asia cities and market, and strong support from city leadership. If it can help Fukuoka connect with our other regional regulators to co-design pilot program for our other POC project for cross-border VASP compliance, share more about the AML data model, for example, the travel rule, or fraud detection sandbox between Japan, Taiwan, Asia, other Asia partners. This will not only improve financial safety, but also make Fukuoka as a gateway, a sandbox, or a test ground for Asia's trusted crypto and fintech operations. That's my perspective.
Yeah, so thank you for so precious comment on so fintech ecosystems and so AFA's role and the possibility of the city Fukuoka. And so what you mentioned about so stablecoin or crypto asset is also very important topic for international collaboration. So I'd like to share our current situation on so digital money and digital asset. So we set up stablecoin regulations. Yes, so very fast period. And so 2023 we introduced so CBDC, stablecoin regulations, and also this year we revised so these regulations in order to make more easier for issuer and so dealer to treat stablecoin. And also Bank of Japan and Ministry of Finance are so preparing CBDC, central bank digital currencies, and also tokenized asset. It's a very important topic. And also as for so supply chain international collaboration, so such as the trade finance is also very important topic related to international collaboration, and also such the so digital asset and stablecoin or such a type of fintech innovation may help this type of activity. And so from Japanese perspective, so we approved so yen-based stablecoin, and also so approved USDC, so based on dollar, and also we are pursuing data free flow with trust for so international innovation. So Kordan-san, so how so do you think about so this so Japanese situation about so type of the so very so promotive attitude to so stable coin and so crypto sector?
Yeah, I think Japan have a huge fast mover advantage because Japan's Japan's stablecoin legalization, which come into effect in 2023, and even for now, Taiwan has no legal or compliance standard about the stablecoin yet. So that's why I think the Japan has a fast mover advantage. It's one of the most forward-looking regulatory framework in the world, not only in Asia. But the stablecoin framework in Japan classify stablecoin as electronic payment instrument, requiring there to back by one by fiat currency and issued by the licensed bank, trust company, and registered transfer agents. However, I think the progress also raises a regional challenge. When Japanese stablecoin like this is issued by Mitsubishi UFJ Prima Coin or by GMO, start circulating across Asia. They will interact with the crypto wallet, but as you know, the crypto wallet interact with the blockchain, and the blockchain is borderless. And if we want to regulate the stablecoin only in Japan's legal framework, I think it will face more challenge during beside Japan, because what we regulate is in Japan jurisdiction. What if we send the GMO coin or MUFJ Pragma RWA coin to the blockchain, but we limit it into only in Japan's jurisdiction? It's not actually the crypto asset. It's another coin, another virtual currency in other form, just in crypto assets form. But it's not really crypto asset. Like crypto asset means we can interact with other stablecoin, other AMM, other you can swap on chain through the Uniswap to your target currency. So without the coordination, compliance gap is the big challenge and big problem about this topic, I think. So stablecoin, but with the coordination, stablecoin could be the bridge asset of Asia's financial integration. So for example, I think the stablecoin is a good strategy for this panel's topic to manage currency and supply chain risk, because the settle time is less than 1 second, and we can reduce the very more financial cost and administrative cost about the transaction. So I think that's why we want to group together to build the AFA. AFA's mission and role is become very crucial. We facilitate the policy dialogue between different associations in different countries. Japan, Taiwan, other associations want to harmonize the VASP registration. I think the common framework for now is about travel rule, but travel rule is just a legal framework. About the implementation, they are so fragmented. So if one crypto wallet apply for A travel rule standard, and the other wallet comply with the other B standard, I think it's a huge problem. It's not interoperable, and it cannot comply with all the standard in Asia, even the global compliance standard. So let's so that's what my perspective. Stablecoin is the good strategy to solve the yen currency risk, but I think there are so many challenges we need to discuss and solve across different jurisdictions.
Yeah. So thank you for discussing about the so role and type of the challenges related to so crypto and also payment. So I think so fintech has strong concept on inclusiveness, and so this is so one of the important topic for type of the so social impact, I think. So so in Japan, so we have a strong access to financial institutions. However, in some Asian country, there are not so good access to so financial services. So how so do we jointly solve these type of the so financial inclusiveness by international collaboration? Yeah, Max, how do you think about?
Yeah, so I think just as you mentioned, I think this is the current situation that we see in different countries. That is why our members, a lot of our members, we have 700 plus financial kind of social investors, founders network, institutions in our network. And a lot of those are trying to, they are from financial institutions. They could be from development agency. They could be from like big banking and the private PE and VC, many types. And they are all trying to also work with the local ecosystem to improve the inclusiveness and also improve the financial relevant ecosystem and the capabilities, especially because at the end, again, it's not about the financial mechanism itself. It's relevant to the whole daily life, and the whole daily life means that the a lot of things should be also evolved further, and there needs a lot of support. That is why you can see that a lot of our members are initiating the relevant, say, for instance, like relevant initiatives in different markets. For instance, like they will initiate a project for education, maybe some education about the fintech, but that may not just for the students. They could be also for the professionals in different corporates, even. That type of capacity development type of work. At the same time, you will see people working on the AI side, how to support the AI transition, how to equip the professionals locally with more AI relevant capacity as well. So things like that, or some of the also some of the communities or institutions are focusing on the community. Say, for instance, like focusing more on the social housing and focusing more on the gender issues. And that could be also linked with the fintech directly or indirectly. So those are the initiatives I believe would be also helping the development of the fintech discussion and also a lot of technology improvement type of discussion. Because at the end of the day, I think the technology improvement, involvement happen rather rapidly. And a lot of things should catching up, but it takes time sometimes for people, for community, to society to change with it. So we are trying to mitigate the potential risk because coming from this gap, and so that the whole, I think the positive side of all the initiatives or technology can be really further celebrated. And also having more resource to support much needed social problems. I think I need to clarify that we are positive, we are happily promoting a lot of different initiatives, advanced one with the technology. But at the same time, we just want to work with our community to ensure that we're doing our best to really mitigate the risk so that we can be sustainable in the long term.
Yeah, yeah. So thank you for good comment. And we need also consider some type of the risks about type of supply chain management and also collaborative measures. And so one of the most difficult topic for FinTech collaboration is considering about the geopolitics and also national security. Yeah, so I participated FinTech in Taipei and discussed about same topic in Taiwan about such a security problem. Yeah, of course, stablecoin or CBDC or some type of payment system and international trade framework is considering about such a geopolitics. Yeah, so how do we tackle about this difficult problem by FinTech and data supply chain management? Kordan-san.
Yeah, thank you for visiting Taiwan about the FinTech On. The FinTech On is the annual conference hosted by TFTA every year. So this year, TFTA hosts the FinTech On in September this year. And this is the fifth event of FinTech On. And also, it's the first FS Summit hosted in Taiwan. And we talk about the supply chain because the Taiwan is the center of the manufacturing, for example, TSMC for semiconductor industry. The Taiwan has the sixth largest foreign currency saving in the world of USD. So the huge transaction happen every day across of the world from Taiwan to Taiwan. So we want to discuss more about why we always talk about the supply chain financing, but since the blockchain has been mentioned since 2013, the problem is still not solved. We want to discuss more about the challenge, about the problem, and the solution we have solved. So I think in the forum there are so many experts from different countries and from our FM member. I think the big problem is the standard. Like I mentioned before, I think what if TSMC choose a standard for the supply chain? I think it will change the whole ecosystem. But what if a small and medium manufacturing company want to say, oh, I want to adopt stablecoin? I don't think the whole supply chain will adopt the stablecoin because it's very cool, it's very innovative. I don't think so. So I think a huge drive will comes from the big brand or big manufacturer like TSMC or Apple or Asus. So like I said, I think the Japan stablecoins law proves that the trust and innovation can coexist, and this is a good move. But the next step, I think, is to extend the trust beyond Japan borders. As the same way, Taiwan's FinTech also face the same challenge. We need to beyond the local border and go global and make the crypto payment borderless, and also in the same time comply with the different standard in different jurisdictions. And this requires more regional coordination. So that's why we need AFA. Through AFA, Japan and Taiwan has both the credibility and the partner to lead this effort. By aligning the stablecoin regulation, BSP compliance, and anti-fraud collaboration, Asia can move from a fragmented oversight to a shared, interoperable trust network. And if the network begins here in Fukuoka, as like I said, it's a test ground, it's a sandbox, it's an innovation hub, it will show the world how local ecosystem can shape the global financial standards. That's my
yes. So Fukuoka City is providing so very good environment for new business. So some local governments submitting so regulatory reform recommendation, but Fukuoka is one of the most advanced city, more than Tokyo. Yeah, so
yeah, it's a good start.
Yeah, yes. So here is so type of the sandbox city. yeah. So this is very important role in so all so Japanese local government. Yeah. So Fukuoka City is chairing other cities' activities, and also so Mayor Takashima is very interested in so impact startup companies in these days. Yeah, so here is so good combination of the so such sandbox environment, and also so growing up so type of impact startup. Yeah, so how do we so support so such so impact startup companies from Fukuoka? So Mark-san, do you think about?
So I think so when we look at if we're talking about the early stage ventures or impact ventures, I think what they need is really to have good support of the advisors, and also good capital, and good place to really develop their prototype. So I think prototype-wise, I think maybe the Fukuoka can be meaningful. And the advisory perspective, it seems that there are a lot of ecosystem evolving and developing locally. And capital-wise, also if this can link with the asset management discussion, or if we can invite more international investors, there will be, I think, really positive or competitive. But I guess, again, we are talking about international. So how international can we be in Fukuoka? So that's the first thing, definitely. Secondly, when we're talking about the investors, if we only have early stage VCs, it's not enough, and we know for sure Japan may not have a strong VC culture to start with, even across different cities or regions in Japan. But they are evolving, of course. How can we invite more like-minded investors to come to the city? And lastly, is again how the projects or the ventures can be celebrated, not just within Fukuoka. And that has a lot to do with the communication. And what does it mean, some ventures in Fukuoka? What's the color of it? What's the flavor of it? And again, it also has to do with the really like differentiated selling point of the city or the ecosystem of the community of the venture. So that should be all, if all those are highly linked in a very effective way, it will be very, very strong, because we don't see that in other city yet. And I also heard a lot of local-based approach, which is really positive. But also we have to understand that the trend is we still see that a lot of larger organization, financial institution with big ticket size are looking for something more sizable. So how can we really develop these ventures at a rather higher, faster pace to become a bigger one? At the same time, I believe a lot of projects are local-based and focus on the local issues. How do we answer the sizable questions? And lastly, again, is people. And what kind of talents that we can have if we want to expand further. And I don't think Fukuoka people can sufficiently meet the demands. That means that we need to work with other people out there. How can we really invite them or work with them virtually or in person in many ways. So those are the flexible type of dynamic type of working approach could be also relevant. I think a lot of ventures are doing that, but can we do it more so that we can be really attractive to the broader investment community out there, competing with the cities and the regions I just mentioned.
So thank you for type of very closing remarks for today's session. So we saw the Japanese position on type of asset management plan and also financial international city and fintech business. And so we discussed that and we found so many possibilities about making good ecosystem from Fukuoka to Asian countries. So let's stay discussion this topic. So after closing this session, personally. Thank you for hearing.